Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time.
Hello everyone, welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button, also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time.
Gone beyond the conspiracy against the Labour Party is against the state itself. The conspiracy is against the Nigerian state and its people. A group of people have decided to choreograph themselves into a block, prepare a script, pre-election, during election, and post-election. What you are seeing at the moment now has not stopped yet because they have already orchestrated their plans to execute this particular heinous crime against the Nigerian state, which of course we are seeing unfolding gradually. Let me start with the issue of the pre-election. Pre-election, there are investments already being made. This is not a blunt allegation. There are investments being made involving the security agency, involving the INEC itself, involving some politicians, and at the same time, some gullible electorate. That was the pre-planned election. During the election, it was executed by intimidation, harassment, killing and maiming, and disdain that which they held the Nigerian people. No wonder what you saw in the election result uploading, where 3 elections took place. The Federal House of Reps, the Senate, and then the presidential election. Now you can upload the result of the Federal House of Representatives, and you can upload the result of the Senate, and you cannot upload the result of the presidential election. This was a blunt, open murder against the interests of the Nigerian state, instituted by a group of people looking at you. Look, we have done what we want to do. You can go to anywhere you're going to go to. We are not perturbed. We are not disturbed at all. And most disturbing, we have a situation in our hands where agitation are being made by different groups of people and different tribes, rightfully or arguably so. For me, it has been the interest of building a nation that all of us has a fair, equity, and justice to exalt what will come as our union. And that is the reason why, long even before Peter Gregory Obi ran for election as a presidential candidate, Yunus Atonko and some other people in the northern part of this country endorsed the candidate of an Igbo extraction. Not because of the ethnic group, but because we feel that it is the right time to unite this country. And don't forget, we have a similar situation where we have MKO Abiola, a person of a Yoruba extraction, who ran for election, and there's a cabal who denied that particular person from being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We lost a lot of lives, and that was the beginning of the OPC. And when we had that particular situation, it was just 8 years. If Abiola had ruled this country, he would have long forgotten that he has ruled this country. But it was denied. But can you imagine the quantum of the people that lost their lives at that particular point in time? I grew up in Idiaraba. The house I grew up in Lagos up till now is still standing there, destroyed. I was there some couple of days ago. That repair has not even been made. So that is to tell you the kind of level of destruction that was done in that year. Unfortunately, those who are actually organizing this particular heinous crime against the Nigerian state do not know the consequence of the result of what they are doing. What they are interested in is manipulating the minds of the Nigerian people, telling them that no, it's a game of numbers. members, and then we have the numbers, we have the power, we have the money, we have already manipulated the system. You can go to court and then nothing will happen. That is a dangerous perception that nothing will happen. Because as we speak now, the Nigerian people, especially the Nigerian youth, who we have completely annihilated and forgotten for a point in time, but they have come back believing in the system, a rule and regulation that's already been imbibed and instituted by the electoral empire, which of course ab initio was already been orchestrated by this pre-election strategy that was being done by this particular group of people. But the danger here is that they don't even know exactly what may result to. Today, we have seen Nigerians destroying their passports. We are seeing Nigerians already, especially the youth, preparing to go onto the streets. Whether we try to stop them or not, they are ready to go all the hope because they have lost hope. The hope that was already being built in them has been lost. Now, that was the resultant of what you saw in the state assembly and the governorship election. People who believe that the IRF and the beavers and all of those ones will work. And let me make a clarification here. Many people are saying that probably the beavers did not work. No, the beavers worked. What was done was that there's a fraudulent criminal intention by some group of people who stopped it from doing what it's supposed to do. It wasn't as if the beavers did not work. But some people criminally, intentionally and openly did that to hurt the Nigerian people, and then you beat a child and you are saying that you should not cry. It is completely wrong. So the post-election is what we are here now, after both the presidential election and the state assembly and the governorship election. As we speak, some people are already on the street. Yes, you may say our presidential candidate has made it very clear that we are not violent. We want to make sure that we stop people from going onto the streets. But the right of the person who you have annihilated and stopped and intimidated and harassed and insulted with a lot of disdain, with a lot of decay in the minds of the Nigerian people, and you're expecting them not to say anything? Are you being fair to yourself? So now, the onus now lies on the judiciary. That is the last hope. Of course, these are also part of the orchestrated plan, because already they are already assumed that there are people, even though we believe in the judiciary, and we want to appeal to our judicial leaders. This is the time in which to save this country. We have tried in our own best as a people. We have already given you a political party. We have given you a quality, an unquantifiable character of a person. Both of them are qualified to lead this country and change it from a docile country to a progressive country. And that is P-Obi and Baba Ahmed. We have done our best as a group of politicians who believe in the system. Look at our track records. We've been there for years. Ruben Bati, you can attest to it. And we've been consistent. Now, here, the people have also come into this particular narrative. They've agreed that, look, you have come out with some of the best. Let us go in and vote. They came out and vote. You denied them. Now the only opportunity left is for those people who have that particular wig and then long rope to decide the fate of this country and do what is right. Because their action and inaction will determine the next action that the Nigerian people will take, especially the Nigerian youth. They are watching, and they've had this perception that the judiciary already has been bought over, which we are saying that no, we have given the judiciary the opportunity to prove itself for the interest of the Nigerian people. Now you have people telling you that it doesn't care, they don't care. You know, the most amazing situation for me is that people who are affected most negatively, people who are affected most negatively, they cannot eat 3 square meals, they cannot live in their homes eyes closed, will be part of the people that will be bribed to do fake news, to forge letters. At every end of, during the period of election of our candidate, they will come out and say we have stepped down for 1A or B. Now look at the situation of the ethnic profiling that is happening in Lagos or any part of this country. I am an Hausa man, a proud one at that. And I cannot stand when somebody will profile my religion or profile me as a person. I will not agree. I will challenge it, even with my last blood. So also you expect any other group of person, rightfully so, to defend his own belief. But if you are a pious leader and you believe in this country, all you need to do is that make sure there's a level playing ground for everybody. Look, if the system has been clean and clear, there will not be any single agitation long before now, or what you are seeing today, or what you might see in the future. So these are the basic facts. Yes, please.
Okay, I would like to bring back Mr. Iseli into the conversation. Mr. Iseli, I had asked you earlier on. You've talked about your experience in Lagos. You've talked about the presidential election. What's your reaction to the latest developments in your home state of Delta, where Sheriff Obarawori has been declared governor?
I wish him well. I am also related to former Governor Ibori and Okowa. We Shakiris are intermarried, you know what I mean? And I have been watching PDP not performing too well, let's be honest. With the resources and the people, the Delta could be much more developed. It's a pity. And I just hope the new governor-elect will learn from the mistakes and do something to develop Delta State, because I'm from there. We are proud people. We love our state. But it is more than just playing politics. It is listening to the people. It is executing the projects you promised them you will do. I wish him well. But if I may mention something else quick. You know, I was part of the pre-election campaign. I was performing for a P-Obi fund, raising dinners, television marathons, etc. And I watched a miracle happening. A small party without structure made a big impact and changed our political scene. And this should not just go away like that. And that's why I'm saying thank you for him mentioning about the youth coming out, etc. P-Obi has been saying to all of us, be peaceful. Don't go in the street. You can't solve it. If the youth are angry, yes, but causing problems will not change it. As an example, I've been asked many times now, what is going to happen to all those Agberos, all those hooligans who injured people? Are there going to be any prosecutions? There are enough videos and photos existing. We are passing to the state security and the police. Prosecute them. Let a few hundred of them being locked up. And then the youth will realize we have justice in Nigeria. Don't just let it go now, because next time they will do the same. They know they can get away with it.
So thank you very much. Let me go back to Mr. Tanko. Since we have you here, we talked about what's going on in Abia State with your candidate and the announcement of the results. I'd like you to share your thoughts on the conduct of elections in that state so far, and also in Enugu State, because your candidates are in the eye of the storm. So it'd be great to hear from you in terms of how this has been handled, how the election has been handled thus far. And then for Mr. Seli, just to speak further on reconciliation, on peace, what would be your recommendation for the way forward? I know you talked about seeking redress in the courts, towing the peaceful line, but beyond that, in terms of what the community, what government, what the people can begin to do, because what we want ultimately is a Nigeria that works and people that live together in unity. What would you recommend? I'll start with you, Mr. Tanko.
Thank you very much. Yesterday night, I was with the national chairman of the party, Barrister Julius Aburi, and then he has already made some very important press statements, both video and written and in the public. Now, you don't want to hold anybody responsible for the actions of the people. In Abia State, for example, we have it on authority that the local government in question, which happen to be a large number where we have strength in, and a lot of people who have voted, it is very, very clear that the Labour Party is already way ahead in winning that particular election. Now, people are trying to manipulate that particular process by, let's give an example. If a BVAS machine recorded like you have 10 persons at the polling unit, now you are coming out with the result of about 36,000 people within a short period of time. How do you form a correlation with that? So it is actually subverting the will of the people and actually conniving with the security authority, and also to manipulate and already institutionalize corrupt leaders who do not have the mandate of the people. So we are resisting that. But unfortunately, INEC now is let me use the word conniving in that particular regard to prove that, okay, they are suspending election or inconclusive election, because quite honestly, it is open open that we've won that particular election in the Abia state. And then this is the result of a preparatory anarchy that may reign in that particular state when you announce a contradictory statement, a contradictory result as against the will of the people. The same thing is happening in Enugu. In fact, I have it on authority that INEC was supposed to have announced that particular result. These are two states that the Labour Party has shown resilience and consistent, at least apart from the allocated vote that they have given us in the presidential election, we have constantly won and showing that we have won that particular election in those states. And then we are insisting that INEC should do the right thing. Otherwise, we may not be held responsible for our actions and the action of the people, because you are already denying them their presidential candidate who we believe we won election. Now you are also going down and trickling down and double downing and really pressing our neck and asking us not to respond to this particular issue. INEC should do the native and quickly announce the winner of this particular election, which we believe is Alex Oti and Edoga. Both of them have won the election in Enugu and Abia State. And so we expect a quick response, and not that as if they were going to manipulate the system and say we are going back to the poll. They should have done the same thing where we have already been annihilated and dystopia from being pronounced the election winners. So here is two states that the Labour Party has clearly won. In fact, we believe that we will have won more states than this, but because they have not been able to actually put into place the rules, their engagement that they have put in place for everybody, they have manipulated the system, and that is worrisome for all of us. I am speaking with a lot of pain, and I know a lot of our followers are listening. Yes, we have said that there's no violence, nobody should violence, but then you have the right to stand up and do a peaceful demonstration where it's necessary to defend the interests of our candidate. We cannot allow this to continue to be, because it should be as if we are being insulted and then we are being denied the right to seek for redress.
Circulating videos of riots before in the past, and they're circulating them like they're new riots. I want you to speak to that. But Mr. Tanko, I'll come to you. Please confirm this for us. As Labour Party filed a case officially, were you able to inspect the INEC materials? Did they give you access? Please tell us about all what happened as regards checking materials and filing your case in court just before the time.
Just about last week, I'm privileged to be part of that particular legal team, being with them. We made a statement that we have been denied the opportunity of actually inspecting the materials, and then Dr. Levy, the chairman of the legal committee, led us to INEC. I was part of it, and then we met with the INEC chairman, who openly promised Nigerians that they are going to cooperate with the Labour Party and give us all documents that is required for us to prosecute our case. This was an open statement that was made by the INEC chairman, and I was there. Luckily for me, yesterday I left Lagos and I was here in Abuja. We have also, I can tell you categorically that we've already submitted and filed our case against the election that took place on the 25th of February, and this is official. And that particular filing has been done. Now, to answer your question that whether we've gotten all that were required, I will tell you no. But we've already been able to get, because right there on the day in which we visited INEC, INEC was able to give us the summary result sheet of what was pronounced on that day. So our attitude is that the lawyers have made it clear that we will get all that we can from INEC, and we will demand for the remaining documents that is required for the legal team to prosecute its case. So it's a continuous business. As of yesterday, Delefaro Timi led a team of lawyers to be at INEC office in Lagos to collect some of the information that we know. And this is widespread across the Federation, even though we have gotten some resistance from some of the resident electoral commissioners, citing that the Secretary of the Independent Electoral Commission has written them a letter saying that they should not certify or give any document outside what has already been uploaded at the IRF at the moment. And I don't know. At the moment now, I think some of the uploading is being done almost 2 weeks after the election. So that will tell you the contradiction and the contraption in the result sheet of the presidential election. You see, when you lie, you will be looking for another lie to cover the first lie that you've been. And that opens room for a lot of mistakes. So we will continue to make them, in quote, both the orchestrator and then the one who actually executed the plan, to make mistakes. And this is open, and this is where that we are also calling on the judiciary, please and please, Nigeria is in your hands at the moment now. We are going to provide the necessary proof to say that that particular election was a sham one and is unacceptable by the Nigerian people. You could see it in the eyes of the Nigerian people. There's no celebration anywhere. There's no celebration. Nobody is happy. Do you want a country like this? We are at the brink of almost a destructive tendency. Please and please, for the posterity and for the work of all of our past leaders, this is the time to put the right peg in the right hole and take a good stand in the interest of the Nigerian people.
Thank you.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, my brothers and sisters, my mommies and my daddies over there. Is your sister again, your doctor, your friend, your girl, Anointed Lady TV. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, please do subscribe for me. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video, you will be notified. So in this my channel, I will be bringing up many things to you in which you will benefit from it. I do talk show, I do news, anything you want to talk about, I am into it. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video or each time I'm on live on YouTube, you will be notified. Thank you very much for always being there for me. Please do subscribe for me, and as you do so, God will richly bless you and meet your heart desire. Thank you very much. I love you all.